Shalom, Israel. It's the Isupk. Start out at 1 West, 125th Street, under Commanding General Yohana. Giving you the truth since 1969. Letting our people know exactly who we are, what position we should have, and coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Letting you know how important that these laws, statutes, and commandments are. You understand? And when you get that understanding, then you'll believe and know how important the ISUPK is. You understand? We go out to the streets every weekend, and we got these classes for you every day. So you just need to tune in. You understand? Go to isupk.com. Go on YouTube. You can pretty much put in ISUPK any city, and you'll get some breakdowns. You understand? You'll get a better understanding on who we are and how we should be acting according to the scriptures. You understand? And what's going to hopefully get us up out of this hell that we're in. You understand? A lot of people don't understand that we are in hell. We're in hell. And the way we get out of this hell is by coming back to the Most High. We are His. We belong to the Most High. These other heathens, white man is a bastard. But we have a father. You understand? We have a strict father who only wants the best for us. You understand? So we're gonna, matter of fact, what I want to jump into first is we can get Judges 3 and 12. Just tonight I want to go into a very important subject. Very important. I feel like it's an important class for our people. Like we need to understand what got us in the position that we are in. You understand? We got our brothers and sisters being locked up in cages and being forced. And the thing is, like we've spoken this before, that our brothers and sisters are being forced to drink out of toilets. You understand? Like everybody's spoken on it. But like when you really think about it and really get to the core of it, and you have to really say those words together, drinking out of a toilet. You understand? These are your babies. Think about your child being forced to drink out of the toilet because they're thirsty. You understand? Like, there's no telling. Like, that's just one of the things that came up. There's no telling what else came up. What else the devil is making our people do. You understand? Like, for us to even feel like we should turn our back and we should think that it's not my kid. Think about this. The white man is so evil that can be your kids. It's just like being when you get shot down on the streets by the police. You understand? A lot of people will be like, "Oh man, it's terrible. That's the bad thing that happened." And then you go back to business as usual. But you have to understand that whatever happened to that brother or that sister can very much happen to you. You understand? Like we have to get that through our heads that as long as you're black, Hispanic, Native American, as long as you look like us, then you can be a victim of that. So there's no way for you to just feel like that's terrible and get back to the game. You get to playing the game. Well, that's terrible. You finna getting ready to leave out because you're about to go to the movies. Or you about to have a nice night with your lady or your man. You understand? Like we gotta understand exactly how destructive that way of thinking is. When we don't care enough about each other, when we don't go out to the streets and try to get our brothers and sisters to get back to these commandments, then a lot of times we think that, well, let's stand up. You know what I mean? Let's get out there. Let's get in front of the White House, or let's get in front of the police station and let's protest. People have been protesting for years. You understand? Let's try getting back to the scriptures. Let's try getting back to these laws. You understand? Nobody's tried that. Everybody's tried what everybody else has tried before, except for getting back to the scriptures, getting back to our forefathers. You understand? You got that for me, sir?
Come. Judges 3:12. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord.
You understand? This is the Most High acknowledging the evil that we've done. We've been doing evil for years. We've been doing evil for centuries. You understand? The Most High sees that. He acknowledges. You know that you're doing evil. You understand? You know the laws that you're breaking. You understand? You know that you're making whores out of our daughters. You understand? You're making a whore out of yourself. You understand? You know that you're getting high. You understand? The evil, the Most High sees the children of Israel doing evil. Go ahead, sir.
And the Lord strengthened Eglon.
You understand? This is a heathen king. You understand? This is one of the times a Gentile slave. This is one of the Chinese. You understand? This is one of the Chinese that pretty much oppressed us. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
And the Lord strengthened Eglon, the king of Moab, against Israel.
You understand? He pretty much strengthened Moab. Moab is the Chinese. You understand? You gotta understand, this is one of those scriptures that you should refer back to, because this is one of the scriptures that lets you know that the white man gets power by you being disobedient. You understand? We're giving the white man power when we continuously transgress against the laws. You understand? When we say things like, I get better tomorrow, or I'll try sin. You understand? Or I feel like eventually I'm gonna do better. I promise, bro. I promise, sister. You understand? When you continually try without that effort, then you're giving the white man power. You understand? You got to understand how our Father treats us. He's going to give them power only because we're pretty much, you can look at it like this. All right. Your actions are a reaction to the Most High. And then your actions are causing the white man to gain strength. You understand? Because of your sins. Your sins are what's fueling and giving the white man his power. You understand? And we don't even want to really get away from the white man. You understand? Like we sit and we beg and we hope that things will get better. And we fall into the white man's laws. You understand? We're doing everything that the Most High, everything that the white man wants us to do, but nothing that our Creator wants us to do. You understand? Like the white man is the most abominable creature, beast on the earth. You understand? And as a matter of fact, that's the abominable snowman. You understand? The white man. That right there, that should be his new name. The abominable snowman. He creates every abominable act, you understand, against the Most High. We're going matter of fact, let's jump down to, can you jump down to verse 8 for me, sir? Slide, I'm sorry, I'm sure. Let me get Judah chapter 5, verse 5.
Judah chapter 5, verse 5.
Come on, bro. That's in the Bible. Sorry. The thing is, we got to understand is, we need to understand that power that we seek, that strength that we need, is in the Bible. It's in the laws. You understand? And every time that we decide to go against the laws, you gotta understand we're taking our power from us. We're taking that strength from ourselves. We're taking power and strength from ourselves, and we're giving it to the hands of the heathen. That's exactly what we're doing. We're taking that power from us, and we're giving it to the hands of the evil. You understand? Of the wicked. You understand? And we gotta understand our power. You understand? Our power being the Most High, and then the power that we have within ourselves. You understand? You got that, sir? Matter of fact, let me give you some context. All right, so this is during the time of the Romans when they were going to war. You understand? So they were pretty much gathering every nation up to help them out. So what happened was he was from Moab. He was an Amalekite, right? No, Japanese. Japanese cat. And he went to the captain of the Ammon, and he wanted to let them know. You understand? Because around this time we didn't want we weren't going to join in that army. Like, we understand he had a war he wanted to fight, but we weren't a part of that. We weren't a part of that. You understand? So this is the Japanese cat speaking to the captain. You understand? You got this, sir?
Judah 5:5. Then said Achior, the captain of all the sons of Ammon, let my Lord now hear a word from the mouth of thy servant.
You know what I'm saying? This is him going up to him. This is him trying to be so humble. You understand? He calling this man Lord. You know what I mean? Calling himself a servant. You understand? Because they were scared. That's why a bunch of the nations, you know what I mean, pretty much the heathens, they got together with them because they were scared. Go ahead, sir.
And I will declare unto thee the truth concerning this people.
And this people is Israel. You understand? This is the people he's speaking of. Go ahead,
Which dwelleth near thee, and inhabiteth the hill countries.
Mm-hmm.
And there shall no lie come out of the mouth of thy servant.
And this is them pretty much telling him, like, look, I'm about to tell you about these people. You understand? I need you to listen to them. You know what I mean? He about to drop something heavy. Now we can jump down to verse 8. So.
Verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Judah 5:8. For they left the way of their ancestors and worshiped the God of heaven.
And it's pretty much like Abraham did this. He left the ways of his ancestors. You understand? And he started to follow the Most High. You understand? Just like if you was to come into the Israelite school practical knowledge, you have stepped out of the ways of your ancestors. You understand? And you're coming into now you're going to be a follower of the God of heaven. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
The God whom they knew. So they cast them out from the face of their gods.
You understand? That's pretty much what happened. What happened to Abraham? He got, you know what I mean? He got cast out. He was there. He started worshiping the Most High. Go ahead, sir.
And they fled into Mesopotamia and sojourned there many days.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9. Then that God commanded them to depart from the place where they sojourned,
right,
and to go into the land of Canaan, where they dwelt, and were increased with gold and silver, and with much cattle.
You know what I'm saying? In this place, we pretty much we were prosperous. We were doing good. Got gold. We multiplied. You understand? Like we were a great people. You understand? What is that?
Verse 10. But when a famine covered all the land of Canaan, they went down into Egypt and sojourned there.
Mm-hmm. So we went down to Egypt. And that's when we stayed down because we needed protection. We needed security. And Egypt was going to provide it. So is that?
While they was nourished and became there a great multitude, so that one could not number their nation.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many of us that, like, we were fully, damn near fully multiplied. I mean, we were a great nation. You know what I'm saying? Down in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Who is that?
Verse 11. Therefore the king of Egypt rose up against them and dealt subtly with them.
You understand, man? You gotta understand what does it mean to deal with the people. Subtlety. Man, pretty much they took us into slavery. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. To deal with somebody subtly, which means very crafty, and very, very wise in deceit.
Come on. Like, wow. So this is him, and his way of doing that was putting us into slavery. You know what I'm saying? Man, like, one of the things is, you gotta think about slavery. People get enslaved by another group of people for riches. So they, you know, man, they get money. They don't have to pay you because you're a slave. All you're getting is food and sleep. So they're gonna gain riches like crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the things that this is one of the things that the king did to us. And in the midst of doing that, of course, you're working, you're slaving. You're not thinking about getting back to your God. You're thinking about, I can't wait to get off. Or I can't wait to get a sip of water. I can't wait until this may be close to being over. You understand? You're not thinking about your God at that time. You're just thinking about surviving and your children surviving. You understand? So at that point, the Most High is out of your head. That's how you deal with the people. Subtlety. You understand? Like, that's how you destroy your people. You take away their hope for anything. You make them a complete slave. You destroy them. And that's what Egypt, that's what the king of Egypt did. Go ahead, sir.
And brought them low with laboring in brick, right, and made them slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 12. Then they cried unto their God, and he smote all the land of Egypt.
So they cried unto their God. You know what I'm saying? This is one thing you gotta always remember, that when we cry to our God, when we come to him correct, you understand, he's gonna provide for us. You understand? That's one thing that always works. You understand? You come back to the Most High. You understand? That's what you need to do. Come back to the Most High, and then you'll get. Then you'll be rewarded. You understand? Like, that's one of the things that destroy us as a people. We don't decide to do that. You understand? But understanding that you cry unto the Lord. You understand? That's what we did. We cried unto our Lord. We cried unto our God. You understand? To our power. You understand? What happened, sir? Sorry.
And smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues, so that the Egyptians cast them out of their sight.
You understand? And this right here, he was like, after that, and this was, of course, we know, or if you don't know, you know, this is the Passover. This is pretty much what happened during the Passover. So pretty much, this is that Japanese telling this king what happened. You understand? This is him letting us know what happened. So he's telling them this. And in fact, we can jump. Let me see. What is that? What I'm looking for. Let me see. Salami, trying to get to the meat of this. 12. Slide. So you know what I'm looking for, and then we'll me see. We already hit chapter 12. Verse 12. That's another side. All right, you know what? We can go ahead. We can drop that. We can jump into. We can jump in. Let's jump into. Matter of fact, Salah. All right, this is what I want. Salah in Israel. All right, let me get verse 19.
Verse 19.
Come on.
Judah 5 and 19.
Mm-hmm.
But now are they returned to their God and are come up from the places where they were scattered.
All right, this is pretty much telling them that. All right, there was a time that these people weren't right. There was a time when these people went against their God. Right here, he's explaining to this king that this time, like, they were scattered at one point. You understand? It was desolate. You know what I mean? Like, they were gone. But at this point, they're doing right. You understand? I mean, verse 20, sir.
Verse 20.
Uh-huh.
God. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people.
You understand? Now this is him right here telling. This is the meat I was looking for. This is him telling. You know what? Now, there were times when these people were scattered. There were times when these people were disobedient. But, you know what I mean? And let them know. If there's any time that these people err, you understand? If they err against their God, you understand? This is him letting them know what the situation will be. With us going up against them. So you got that?
God. You want me to continue?
Come on, bro.
And they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
You understand? Matter of fact, if you can, just so they can really get it, can you start from the top of 21 and go ahead? Was that was 21? Was that right?
That was 20.
20. It's a lot. Yeah. Can you to the top? Matter of fact, you can start at you can start from the top.
The top of 21.
Top of verse 20.
God.
Judah 5 and 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people,
Right.
and they sin against their God,
Right.
let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
This shall be their ruin. You understand? Like, when we sin against our God, you understand? He's saying that, look, if there's an army against these people, and if they sin against their God, this shall be their ruin. You understand? For us to go against the Most High, this shall be their ruin. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
God. And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
You understand? And right here, this is telling. This is I'm letting them know. As long as these people doing what they want to do, and not what they're supposed to do, we got it. You understand? This is our way. You know what I'm saying? We will defeat them. You understand? This is our way of getting them and making sure that we got it. You understand? We gotta somehow know that they've done wrong. They're sinning against their power. You understand? Go ahead, verse 21.
Judah 5 and 21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation,
But if there be no iniquity, if there is no drug abuse, you understand? If there is no prostitution, no molestation, you understand? If there is no black on black crime, you know what I'm saying? If there is no man sleeping with another brother's wife, you understand? If there is no whoring, you understand? But if there be no iniquity in their nation, you understand? Go ahead, sir.
let my Lord now pass by.
Come on now. He said, let my Lord now pass by. Please. if they not doing wrong, it's your best bet. Walk by. You understand? Whatever transgression that these people that they've done to you, let it go. You understand? Because that's the last thing you want, is to mess with these people. You mess with these people when they doing right by their God, good night. You could ask the king of Egypt, you understand? Ask them, ask all those mothers and fathers that had their firstborn was destroyed. You understand? And in fact, we can drop that. Now we can drop that. Let me get let me get Deuteronomy 28:1. Now there's plenty of things that we've done. You know what I mean? And the Most High should have destroyed us a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you think about the way that our brothers and sisters are today, like the way that we are today. You understand? Like there's so much transgression going on. You know what I mean? It's so hard for us to stop the smallest little thing. You understand? We can't stop eating pork. You understand? Shrimp, crab, lobster. We can't stop doing that. We look at it as a delicacy. We think, you know what I mean, when we get our taxes, so I'm about to go to Red Lobster. You understand? We about to do it big. And doing it big, we gonna do it with every other nation. We gonna be friendly, gonna be happy because we got a couple dollars, and we gonna sin against the Most High. You understand? We gonna sin against our power. You understand? While they power, they still good with their power. You understand? You know what their power is? The military. You understand? Their power is the police. You understand? They politicians. You know what I mean? They Trumps. You understand? That's their power. We go against it. We go against our power. Roll with them. While their power is sending our brothers and sisters, you know what I mean, separating them from their children. You understand? Stopping them from coming over to stolen ground, stolen land. You understand? That's what we do. But they're living good. But we gotta serve their God. You understand? That's exactly what we're doing. Serving their God and staying away from our God. You understand? You got that, sir?
Deuteronomy 28:1. Uh-huh. And it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass. It's pretty much telling you it's going to happen. You know, ifs, ands, buts about. You understand? It's going to happen. You got that? You understand that? Like it's not a maybe. It's not a none of that. It's going to happen. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Listen. Hearken diligently. You understand? Listen attentively. You understand? Learn these breakdowns. You understand? Learn the type of man or woman you're supposed to be. Listen. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
To observe and to do all his commandments.
Now, you can turn it off.
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
And this is pretty much the Most High telling us that if we listen, we can be the number one nation in the world. You understand? Like we can be number one. We can be that top. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that people, the crazy thing, like heathen nations, they admire us now. They look at us like, damn, people, they resilient. You understand? As much as they've been beat down, they still come on top. They still singing and rapping and living life and smiling. You understand? Having cookouts. You know what I mean? Living good. You understand? Like, we ain't living good. We still got a smile on our face. We still progressing as a people. You understand? Isupk gonna make sure that we still progressing as a people. You understand? Like that's one of the most important things. You understand? That's why Isupk is so important. You understand? Like we gotta bring our people back. You understand? It's the only place where we don't talk about the truth, but we actually live the truth. You understand? There's a big difference between being in the truth and actually living the truth. You understand?
That's right.
It's nothing for you to be able to tell a person, yeah, Jesus is black. Oh yeah, well, I don't eat pork, shrimp, none of that. Oh yeah, I don't do holidays, none of that. all that's pretty much something that a civilian can do. A white man can tell you that. You understand? I've seen the videos on YouTube with the white people talking. You know, what I mean, they asking that. You know, what I mean, I think they said what they call it? Yahshua or Yahshua? Yeah, that's what he had to put together. Maybe Yahshua show me a little bit of give. I won't have to, you know, man. But they know that. So for you to know that, for you to know who you are, you gotta be living who you are. You understand? Like it's so easy just to know it. You understand? It's like knowing how I went to school for HVAC. Man, I'm talking about I got 80s, nothing less than an 80s, 90s, 100s on the test. Put me in front of a machine. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You understand? I tried to drop out the program numerous times and got calm in the stand. You know what I mean? Teachers telling me like, oh, it's gonna get better. A bunch of them. It was a bunch of them. I don't think not one dude from my class is doing HVAC right now. You understand? And now I'm stuck with what's the
tuition.
Not tuition, but yeah, tuition. But what's it called when you pay back? What's his name? Sally name?
Oh, the loan.
Loan. Wow, son. That stung a little bit. I couldn't get it up. As much as I got to pay back. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like the thing is, to know it means nothing if you can't use it. You understand? For you to know the laws and not use them. Keep thinking. I talked to an older woman one time in the store. This was around Christmas time. She had a little elf hat on. It broke my heart because she was like, not that part. But I went to her like, that's not for us. You know, I was fresh in the Isupk. I'm still a young man. I'm like, you know what I mean? You know we shouldn't be celebrating that, you know what I mean? So I try to break it down so she stopped me before I even got to it. And God, she stopped me for all that. She's like, just listen, baby. I know I'm not perfect. You understand? Like, yo, to say that, who I called somebody. I don't know who it was. It might have been you, Kabbalah. I called somebody. I was hurt. I know I like it made my eyes water because it was like, God, like that's how disgusting that the Christian churches is. You know what I mean? That a reverend, anybody preaching Christianity, that's how disgusting that is. That this woman, she had to have been about 70, about 80, going on 80. Like she said, I know I'm not perfect. And I'm in my head like, lady, you got like 20 more years. Like, when you gonna get perfect? What is it? When you gonna make it? You understand? Like that stung. It hurt to know that that's how people think. You understand? Like it even as much as I put it in my people's head, I try to talk to my family, let them, you know what I mean, talk to them. If the Most High not with you, if He not dealing with you, then that's just what it is. Like you gonna have to deal with that. But it's staying. You understand? Let me go ahead. Well, I forgot where I was at. I didn't lie to you, sir. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm good. Let me get 28 and 15. If we heard, you understand, the Most High said that if we do right, if we hearken and do everything that He said do, then we'll be put above all nations of people. And we're gonna be number one. You understand? We number one. And I'm not talking about number one in AIDS, number one in abortion, or none of that. We're gonna be number one in righteousness. But they say like it's better to be put in the Hall of Fame than a Hall of Shame. You understand? Right now, black people, we in the Hall of Shame. You understand? The Most High gave us the blueprint to be in that Hall of Fame, and we decided to say, nah, I want to have fun with it. You understand? I want to mingle, have sex, have children, get high, do all that with the other nations. You understand? I want to see how they gods are treated. You understand? I know a little bit how you gonna do. Let me just try some of these other gods real fast. I just want to try. You understand? You got that for me, sir? 20 and 15.
Cut.
Let's see what the Most High said. If we don't, you understand? Go ahead, sir.
Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes,
right?
which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
You understand? And once again, at the top of that scripture, you see that word come to pass. I mean, that phrase come to pass again. Letting you know another promise that won't be broken by the Most High. Now he's telling us what's going to happen. You understand? If you don't listen, this is what's going to happen. You understand? Just like any good father, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, then you're going to be punished. You understand? And ain't no punishment like a punishment from the Most High. You understand? Like that's a punishment you can't come back from. You understand? But you'll be able to make it back, but you're gonna fail. You understand? That's pretty much what that scripture is pretty much speaking on. We can drop that, and let's go into before we get to the meat of Deuteronomy. Let me get into Romans. Let me get Romans 3:1, sir. Like we had a chance. You understand? And the beautiful thing about the Most High is that it don't have to be over. You understand? Like that was our chance at that point. Most High still giving us chances. Like that's how much He loves us. You understand? Like that's how I don't think I'm gonna ever forget how Jim and Johanna broke it down and let us know. You understand? John 3:16. How he broke it down and let us know that, you know what I mean, the Most High took his favorite, his best soldier, you understand, and killed him for us. You understand? So he won't have to kill us. You understand? Like that's how much the Most High loves us. And he decided, you know what, I can destroy these people. But I don't want to because I love these people that much. You understand? Like that's how much love the Most High got for us. Like he gave his best soldier. You understand? His most obedient soldier. He killed him so that we can live. You understand? Like, and we constantly going against the Most High. You understand? For what? To get high. You understand? To eat some unclean food. You understand? To have sex. Just to deal with a bunch of women. You understand? Like we do that, and the Most High still give us chances after chances. After chance. You understand? You got that for me, sir?
Romans 3:1. What advantage then hath the Jew?
You understand that? What advantage do you got being a Jew? If you know that if the only thing you feel like you was born and you live in a house full of roaches, you got nothing. Like you pretty much you got your mother, she barely home, she clever, she having fun. Your father, he been left, he can't stand your mother. Like we pretty much, it's nothing that we had. The car, you just bought a car, you got a lemon, the car don't work. You like, yeah, I can't get a break. You understand? Scripture says, what advantage do you have? You understand? The advantage that you have is that you are the chosen people. You understand? Like you're that people that the Most High killed his favorite child, his favorite soldier for. You're that people that got the promise. You understand? You're that people that got the covenant. Like that's what you got. Regardless of what it is that you might have physically, what you have is the covenant by the Most High. And don't no other nation of people have that. You understand? That's only for us. You understand? That's the advantage that you have. You understand? So
or what profit is there of circumcision?
Go ahead, you got it.
Verse 2. Much every way.
Come on, man. Every way that you can think of serving the Most High. You understand? Like you're the truth. You understand? Like you come into the truth, be the truth. You understand? Live this life. Walk the walk of an Israelite. You understand? We're the only people in the world that can say, and it's the truth, that we're the best people on earth. You understand? Like we the salt. We everything. You understand? Like the world is what it is because we are who we are. You understand? That's what we gotta understand. Like the white man has, like I said, they got their forefathers. They got, they Thomas Jefferson. You understand? They got the Abraham Lincolns, they George Washington. They got all these people that they can look to for inspiration on how to be the best people that they can be. You understand? Like, and when you think about it, who we got? We got the Black Panthers that pretty much were destroyed. We got Martin Luther King destroyed. You understand? Yeah. Nation of Islam. You understand? Destroyed. They in the space or something. They eating colleges, right? That's what he had. You understand? Like we got all these people that were destroyed, like that their whole faction, their whole experiment was destroyed. You understand? Like, so it's like now you gotta wonder, all right, who do we have to look to? You understand? Because they look to their forefathers. That's how they become great. You understand? They took over a whole people, took over lands. You understand? That's how they know they're great. But the thing is, what we need to do is come back to these commandments. You understand? Come back to this law, statutes, and commandments. That's what we can do. We gotta go look to our forefathers, Isaac, Abraham. You understand? Like we gotta look to people that we know are great people. Not to these people that pretty much funded, a lot of them funded by the white man. You understand? That's heartbreaking. To find out that the Black Panthers, I was a big Black Panther rebel without a cause. I ain't know what I was just mad. And I just knew I wanted to ride. I know the Black Panthers, they was mad too. So I was like, all right, I got a crew I can roll with.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but we got the commandments. We got the covenant. Come on, we got that promise. You understand? Like we had that. Like, you know what I mean? That's what we got. You understand? You got something to say?
Because we were actually given the actual words of the Most High.
Come on. Like that, like, and the thing is, like, that's our power. That's what we got to go off of. We don't have to go to no other people. Like the Packers didn't even believe in God. You understand? Like we gotta know what worked for us. You understand? Like that's what we know works. Like because it's worked so much. We had the promise. You understand? He promised, he told us, if you do right, you'll be above these people. You understand? He promised that. And then he promised if you do wrong, this is what's gonna happen. You understand? You're gonna be below these people. And where we at now? Below these people. You understand? Like we're destroyed as a people. You understand? We got more on that, right, sir?
You want me to start from 1 and then read down?
Come on.
Romans 3:1. What advantage then hath the Jew?
Mm-hmm.
Or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way.
Right.
Chiefly because that unto that were committed the oracles of God.
Under the Israelites, we were given the oracles of God. You understand? That's what we were given. So we ain't got to try to stand and stand next to the white man and put your hands, salute. You know what I mean? Do the pledge of allegiance, stand up. You understand? We don't have to do any of that. You understand? Like we were given the oracles of God. You understand? Who is that?
Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe?
Man, pretty much. So this is, matter of fact, I'm asking. So if none believe, then what? You understand? Do you think that you think anything is going to stop? You understand? Because you don't believe. You understand? Like if you don't believe, it don't matter. If you decide I don't believe in God, or I don't believe that we the true people, then I tell you what, you still gonna be destroyed. You understand? The Most High is still gonna destroy you. That's what's going to happen. By us thinking that, you know what I mean, somehow we were evolution created us, or whatever it is, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but you still won't be destroyed. You understand? Most High told us that. You understand? Go ahead, sir. We got verse 4.
We still in verse 3.
Yeah, slide.
Romans 3 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
But what if some did not believe?
Right?
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
You understand? Pretty much like, do you think your unbelief is going to change anything? Your unbelief won't change a thing. You understand? Because you still gonna be destroyed. Go ahead.
God forbid.
Mm-hmm. God forbid. Go ahead, sir.
Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written.
You understand? You see a black man get killed, that's God being true. You understand? When you feel like, when you're suffering, or you see somebody, you see, you know what I mean, black, Hispanic, Latino suffering, but you can see on TV the Latinos they got our brothers and sisters being destroyed, being pretty much like suffering hard. You understand? You still gonna go through hell like crazy. You understand? That right there, that's pretty much, that's letting you know. You don't have to believe. And you might be alive, but the Most High not going to be. If He already said that this is what's going to happen, then this is what's going to happen. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
That thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Romans 3 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
But if our unrighteousness commend the righteousness of God.
You understand? Pretty much, what we telling you is that if this is what, you know, man, it might be hard for a lot of people to understand. Like, how can your unrighteousness make God righteous? You understand? This is how. When you do wrong, when you transgress against the laws, when the Most High punish you, when you get punished by the Most High, that is righteous judgment. You understand? That's how we make the Most High righteous. By us being unrighteous, and then we start to feel it, we going through it, then you're righteous. You understand? Go ahead, sir. Who yet?
We in Romans 3 and 5.
You finished that up? You got more on that?
We got more.
But if our unrighteousness commend the righteousness of God, what shall we say? Is God unrighteous who taketh vengeance?
You understand? It pretty much, this is us asking question. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is God unrighteous? You understand? To take vengeance on us? You understand? No. The Most High is righteous in His punishment towards us.
Right.
You understand? That's what makes Him a just God. If He just let us get away with anything, we'd be doing anything we damn near already doing what we want to do. You understand? People are already out there. You understand? You got churches that'll tell you, you know what I mean, the laws are done away with. You understand? But they won't. What's some of the laws they still keep? They still keeping tithes. Well, it's probably more than that, right?
Homosexual.
Yeah, they bang on the homosexual slightly. You understand? He'll still be there. You know what I mean? Like it's disgusting how people get taken advantage of by these Christian churches, man. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand why we bang so, like, why we go so hard on the Christian churches, because they keep our people innocent. Go ahead, sir.
They keep these holidays and not the Most High holy days.
Come on. And on those days, They got crab feast. You understand? Like they do bull roast. You understand? They do it big for Thanksgiving. They do it big for Christmas. You understand? I remember going to the churches. They had the biggest Christmas tree. I'm looking out there. Dang, I can't wait to get home and see what I got. Go ahead,
That's so heavy that you brought out. That they hit that. When you walk into the church, they have a big Christmas tree sitting right there, and them being ignorant in their knowledge of the Most High,
Mm-hmm.
them not knowing that is Nimrod's phallus. If you know what a phallus is, which is basically a penis.
Right. Come.
So they sitting there putting jingle bells on a penis, and you can see where it's running away with that.
Right. keep the YouTube. Subscribe. Please subscribe. You understand? You definitely need. I'm glad you said that. That helped me. Subscribe. Please tell your friends, tell everybody, you know what I'm saying? Keep the Most High laws alive. You understand? The Most High never came to do away with the laws. You understand? So please, you understand? Help us. Let me get if you could, so let me get Job 36 and 9. Like we one of the biggest things that we just really need to understand is that we want to push into the heart of our people is do what the Most High tells you. You understand? Follow these laws, and the Most High is definitely going to take us away from this hell. But the thing we can't just want us to do it. You understand? We work as a nation. You understand? Your kids got to do right. You understand? Like your kids got to follow this word. You got to teach your kids from them being young. You understand? Scriptures tell you that. That's matter of fact in Deuteronomy. We get to it. But yeah, I mean, definitely. We got to get our people right. You understand? You got that for me, sir?
Job 36 and 9. Then he showed them their work and their transgressions that they had exceeded.
You understand? What is the black man's work? You understand? The black man's work is being a drug dealer. You understand? The black man and black woman work is abortion. You understand? It's murder. You understand? What is that?
The things that they do against the Most High.
Come. You understand? Like these are all the transgressions. You understand? What is that?
And their transgressions that they have exceeded.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10. He openeth their ear to discipline.
You understand? Opening this is one part. Like black people hate to hate. You can't tell a black man you're doing wrong. You can't tell a brother or a sister that they need to stop doing whatever it is they're doing. They don't want to hear that. You can have, you know what I mean, the most pro-black brother, you understand, talking hella trash about what the white man is doing. You understand? But you tell him stop smoking weed. You understand? You tell that sister, you know what I mean, cover your body up some. Everybody don't need to see your curves. Everybody don't need your man, that should be only for your man. You understand? Like you tell them to do anything against, you tell them to, matter of fact, just tell them to stop serving the gods that they worship. You understand? Tell them to do that. That's a recipe for a tussle. You understand? You might not get plucked off top. You might get a little shove or something, you know what I mean? But you can't tell a black person to stop doing something. But then they look at you, they talk to you like, man, who are you? You understand? We don't never just think that, you know what? I wonder if anything he's saying is anything valid. Nah, we don't think like that. You understand? We straight get offended. You don't want to hear that. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
And commanded that they turn from iniquity.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11. If they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasures.
You understand? And reason why it's telling you you have to obey and serve. You understand? You can't just do one. You can't just feel like I'm gonna obey, I'm gonna listen, but I'm not gonna serve. You understand? Like you have to obey and serve the Most High. You understand? You have to definitely make sure you're doing both. You have to make sure that you're following the Most High. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
Christ said it perfectly. My little children, love not in word, but in deed, which means an action has to be performed.
Nice, perfect. Wow, sir.
Are you on the ball?
We got let me get verse 12, sir.
Job 36 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
But if they obey not, they shall perish by the sword, and they shall die without knowledge.
You understand? When you say we shall die without knowledge, you understand? Like this, we still asking the white man, you know what I mean, if he love us. You understand? We still asking for that love. What's that dude, whose brother got killed? Is Stefan something. He's a young brother. Where was he at? I forgot what he was at. Bro, I think this happened might have been 2 years ago when the dude went to the courthouse. He was jumping on the tables, acting all crazy. He wore the bandana around his head. He went in there. He all in all these people's faces talking about, do you love me? Do you love me? Say my brother's name. Say his name. Say his name. Like that's the ignorance that our people had. That's the lack of knowledge that we had. You understand? Like we still wondering why. We still get offended and still feel a kind of way when a police officer get off for killing one of our people in the street, for killing our babies in the street. You understand? For killing our mothers, fathers in the street, our sisters and brothers in the street. We still be wondering why. You understand? We still asking questions. We still want to fight that fight, thinking that the white man, you really think that the white man is going to give you an ear. You understand? But the Most High did. And he told you to give him an ear. You understand? He told you to hearken. You understand? These scriptures, like these are things that we're supposed to do. You understand? Not keep begging the white man. Keep going up there asking the white man, can you please do this? You understand? Can you please stop killing us on the streets? You understand? He's not going to hearken. His heart is hardened. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
That's so perfect that you brought that out, because Proverbs 2 and 33 says, why trimmest thy way to seek love?
Exactly. That's the main precept. I should have carried that down. That's exact. That's perfect. You understand? Like pretty much saying like, yo, you don't have to change who you are. You understand? You don't have to conform to evil, conform to wickedness to get love. You understand? If you gotta do that, then you don't need it. You understand? Like, do not like this is and all of these are pretty much guidelines from the Most High. You understand? This Bible is guidelines for us to live. You understand? Like, and he's telling like these things are going to help us be prosperous. You understand? These are the things that's going to help us be prosperous. You understand? Let me matter of fact, I wanna get into a little bit of this from Babylon to Timbuktu. You understand? I don't know if this is definitely a good book for us to have, a good book for us to a tool to help us acknowledge and know. This will help us out with knowing this book will help us to pretty much know the translated the transatlantic trade, slave trade. You understand? We go but matter of fact, I'm gonna get in. This is page 84. I want I'm gonna break this down a little bit. You understand? This is page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey conquered Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian, and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. You understand? He was pretty much slaughtering and destroying all the Jews. You understand? And of course, it's written by a white person. You understand? But it got, this is them trying to pretty much slaughter, dang, slaughter stuff. Where we at? Alright, but yeah. Titus put an end to Jewish state with great slaughter during the period of the military governor of Palestine. Many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people during the period from Pompey to Julius. It has been established that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa. You understand? This is documented that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. You understand? The slave market was full of black Jews. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
I have a precept, if you will. What Babylon and Timbuktu that you just read is talking about. The precept is in Luke 21 and 20. Mm-hmm. And it says, and when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed by armies, then know that the desolation thereof is not.
Right. This is pretty much our warning. So look, when you see the Romans coming, you bet to roll up. You understand? Just know at that point it's over. Everything is done. You understand? Don't try to stand there and fight. Go. Get your bags and roll. You understand? You can jump into Deuteronomy 28 and 64.
Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Mm-hmm. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
You understand? Among all people. You understand? That's every nation. All people. You understand? Go ahead, son.
From one end of the earth, even unto the other.
You understand? That's everywhere. From one end of the earth, we were everywhere. You understand? Go ahead, son.
And then thou shalt serve gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have ever known. Slightly. Thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
You understand? We gotta understand what is that? What is that wood and what is that stone? You understand?
That wood is that Christian cross,
right?
And that white Jesus, and that stone is that fake God Allah in Mecca, right. That rock that they walk around numerous times and kiss.
Mm-hmm. And these are two of the most popular religions in the world. You understand? Like when you go to jail, you're gonna become a Christian or you're gonna become a Muslim. You understand? Like these are two of the most popular religions in the world. You understand? If we get into anything else, I'm gonna bring up this article. You said you want me? You got your phone? Let me send it to you. Right. You should have been here real quick. Yeah, we're gonna bring out this article pretty much speaking on this is the effects of the Atlantic slave trade on the Americans. You understand? You guys up? You can start down where it says right under the picture.
Okay. This is an article about the effects of the Atlantic slave trade on the Americans. It says, the Atlantic slave trade was one of the most important examples of forced migration in human history.
You understand? This is how important slavery was. But they say that the Atlantic slave trade is one of the most important examples of forced migration in human history. You understand? Like this in history. You understand? Human history. You understand? This is one of the most important.
While slavery in the U.S. is well documented, only 10% of slaves imported from Africa came to the United States.
You understand? And this right here, this is how you understand and know that we scattered all over. This is how you know we were all over the world. You understand? This is how this is going to help us with the beefs about the 12 tribe chart. You understand? This right here is going to help us break it down. Now this is actually written by the white man. You understand? I was definitely up. From Timbuktu, I'm better on Timbuktu. Go ahead, sir.
Oh,
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read some of this off for y'all. We'll start from the top. Now, the Atlantic slave trade is one of the most important examples of forced migration in human history. While slavery in the U.S. is well documented, only 10% of the slaves imported from Africa came to the United States. The other 90% were dispersed throughout the Americas. Nearly half went to Brazil alone. You understand? That's half went to Brazil. Look on the charts. Brazil. Who's one of our brothers with that? Ash. You understand? Like that's our brothers in Ash. You understand? And it says that nearly half went to Brazil. It's almost like a little known fact that there's more black people in Brazil than anywhere in the world. You understand? Like that's where most black people are. You understand? Now, let me see. Nearly half went to Brazil alone. Where did they go? What did slavery look like in other parts of the New World? And what are the lingering effects on the modern world? Understand? We'll scroll down. It's important to discuss slavery as a historical phenomenon, both inside the U.S. 80% of African slaves went to Brazil or to the Caribbean. In contrast, only 10% went to the U.S., where slavery was maintained through natural reproduction among the slave population as opposed to the constant supply of new slaves from Africa. This pretty much that people like, the white man already knew, like, I'm not going to keep riding to Africa, get on the boat, that's costly, you understand? White man is crack, you understand? Like, you understand? Now, he said, like, what I'm going to do is, what? Pretty much, what he did was, he just had us, he had us breed among each other, you understand? So the white man didn't keep on going from Africa to wherever he was at. You understand? Like they all they did was they just breeded more. They just breeded us here in the U.S. You understand? They say was maintained the natural reproduction among the slave population as opposed to the constant supply of new slaves from Africa. In order to present a big picture to students, we should compare the slave trade to slavery across the region as a whole. You understand? Now, in Portuguese went to Africa in the 15th century, looking to bypass Muslim North Africa. You understand? And you gotta ask, like, who are the Muslims, the North African Muslims? You understand? In North America. When you sit down and you actually do your research, and you'll kind of understand that that's the Moors. You understand? Like people like to say that they're Moors. They like to rep the Moors. You understand? Not understanding that the Moors had a big hand in our slavery. You understand? Like they rode with the white man. You understand? Like you can look at old pictures, you know what I mean, and see them in the front of the boat with the tall bamboo hat on. Look, you know what I mean? With us as captives. You understand? You had something? All right. Let me see. All right, so in addition to trading in Africa, the Portuguese began to export small numbers of slaves to Europe to work in the cities. You understand? At the end of the 15th century, about 10% of the population of Lisbon, one of the largest cities in Europe, was African. Also, at this time, Europeans established sugar plantations on the islands off of northwest Africa. Because sugar canes were pretty much like sugar was like the plantations, like that's where it was big. Everybody was like that was big money. So let me see, what we got? Slave trade became, to those islands became profitable. I wanted to highlight this because the use of slave labor for plantation agriculture foreshadowed the development of slavery in the Americas. And one thing we gotta understand is that Europe didn't have, nothing wrong in Europe. You understand? The only thing Europe had was potatoes. You understand? They didn't have no gold, they had no crops, they had nothing. You understand? So, you know what I mean? There was trade going around, but it was more so for they got supplies, they got crops from different places in the world, and they brought it back, and then they had the slaves pretty much maintain it. Let me see, there's another strong point I wanted to get to. All right, we can get right here. By the time the Portuguese started to pay attention to Brazil, they had become active in the trade and slave trade for nearly a century. Although the Portuguese arrived in Brazil in 1500, they only established a strict we remember that the Europeans were exploring the American continent throughout the 16th century, with each aspiring imperial power trying to free land and profit resources to claim it for themselves. So the Portuguese were pretty much robbing. They was robbing everything. That's what the Portuguese did. You understand? Like they were trying to rob the Moors. You understand? Like they wanted to be in power. You understand? Not even so much they wanted to be in power. They just wanted to take. They were the power. You understand? That's all they did. You understand? So we can drop that though, and let me get back to these curses. Just wanted to highlight and let everybody know like this how you can get that, you can find that that'll take us damn the whole class if we went through the whole thing. But if you wanted to, you can find this is an article called Episode 6, Effects of the Atlantic Slave Trade on the America. You understand? That's brother class. I can send it to you. It's an article. All right, so we can get back into Deuteronomy. Where we stop at? That's a fact. Where we at? You at 64? Did we finish? All right. Wow, so go ahead.
65.
Did we finish out 64?
Go.
I didn't do 65.
Deuteronomy 28 and 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
You understand? Pretty much, we're not gonna get no rest. This is one of the biggest threats, one of the big threats. This is one of the big threats over here. And when we become over here, that we pretty much we gonna go through hell. You understand? Like I said in verse 14, that we could avoid all this if we just hearken the words of hearken the words of the Most High. If we did. You understand? And as in 28:15 explained to us, this is what's going to happen if we don't listen. We can where we at? All right, let me get 28 and 68, sir.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
You gotta understand, like, when they say bring us into Egypt again, you understand? We gotta understand what that means. You understand? When it says bring us into Egypt again, now we all know that we the people that we were enslaved in Egypt. You understand? We were enslaved over there. We didn't go there with ships. You understand? Like we didn't travel on a ship. You understand? So we can't be talking about Egypt, the land. You understand? When it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, the word Egypt there means slavery. Means bondage. You understand? Yeah. Yeah. That pretty much because America is spiritual Egypt. That's what you getting at,
Well, I was saying that when it says Salaki on that, it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. This is a prophecy coming from the Most High saying you will go into slavery a second time, but this time it's going to be with ships to a certain place.
I thought I know what you were saying. It's like, sir. Yeah. I mean, pretty much, they wanted to, Egypt is pretty much bondage, and we would be taken over there in ships. You understand? Like that's, and when you look at these prophecies, when you look at these curses, there's no other people in the world on the earth that this has happened to. You understand? We're the only people that got taken over to be in slavery in ships. You understand? Not the white man. You understand? We the only people. Not Moab, not the Chinese, not the Muslims.
Right.
No other group of dark people. You understand? And like who else is dark? The East Indians. Like none of those people. This isn't happening to any of those people. You understand? So it's
with ships by the way wherefore I spake unto thee.
mm-hmm.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
You understand? Like we would not, and the thing is, because you can get a ticket to go over to Israel. You understand? You can see it, but you won't see it the way that you won't see us in rulership. You understand? The way that it's supposed to be. You understand? You can go over there, but you will never see it again in the way that we were on top. You understand? Like that's what the scriptures mean by thou shalt see it no more again. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
And then ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Come on, man. Who we gonna be sold to, sir?
Your enemies.
Your enemies. You understand? Your enemies. Who we sold to? Anybody know? Who we sold to?
Edomites.
The Edomites. You understand? Also known as the white man. You understand? Like, we were sold to the white man. You understand? And it says that we will be sold to our enemies, to your enemies. You understand? We as a people have the same, we have a common enemy. You understand? The white man is our enemy.
Right.
You understand?
And a lot of people, like a lot of a lot of people like, well, you sold to the Spaniards was the Edomites. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of black people think if you go over there to Spaniards, but they don't know those Spaniards going to spit in their face.
Right.
Like literally.
Yeah, right, yeah. And that's the thing, like the white man try to cover up and make himself whatever part of the world he at, that's what he tried. He's a vagabond. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you white. No matter what kind of white person you is, you Irish, you understand, you the Spaniards, you understand, you what else is it? Italians, Russian.
You know what's so prolific about the scripture that you're bringing out?
Mm-hmm.
That when you think about our enemies, that's basically when you go into Psalms 83 and 3 to 18. Every nation that has a seat in the United Nations has been against Israel to make us and no more remember.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's so heavy. That's what we gotta understand. Like that's what's so heavy is that the fact that it's not just one nation against us. You understand? The white man is definitely ruling the world right now, but he's not doing it like he's not alone. You understand? He has help. So he's definitely on top. He definitely got the spirit of Satan. You understand? Oh yeah. You finna get out? No, go ahead, bro.
And they ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
What's a bond man and a bond woman? You understand? Slave. You understand? That's what a bond man. That's what bondmen and bond women are. They're slaves. You understand? You will be sold to your enemies for slaves. You understand? What other people in the world was sold and became bond women and bond men? You understand? We're the only ones. You understand? Like so, we're these right here. When we go through these curses, this is the proof. This is what's gonna let us know who we are. You understand? This is what helps us understand. You understand who we are. Who is it?
And no man shall buy you.
You understand who it is? We gotta understand what that means.
No man could bring you out as slave.
Pretty much that, yeah. No man can no one's gonna be able to get you up out of it. You understand? This is something put on you by the Most High. Can't no man on earth get you up out of it. You understand? The only time that'll be done is if the Most High allows it. You understand? We're gonna drop that. We get 68. You finished it, right? We're gonna back it up and get to some of these, get to some more of these curses. We're gonna let's start at 49. 28 and 49. Slide 49. Slide. Okay. Start at 49 and 49. 48 48. Come on.
Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger.
You understand? We gonna serve our enemies. That's a part of our plan. That's a part of the curse. We gonna serve our enemies. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely want any of the people that's being forced, like we're being forced to serve our people, to serve our enemies. You understand? Like we worked for free. We worked for free. We built America. You understand? And it was stolen from our brothers and sisters. You understand? And then we're working for free. You understand? Like that's one of the hateful things that the white man has done to it. Because they built this country off of our backs. And we don't get nothing. You understand? Like we still look for reparations. You understand? Like which we shouldn't be looking for reparations. If anything, we should, you know what I mean? General Muhammad said it best, you understand? Let's give them some reparations. You understand? Like that's what we should be looking for. We should be looking for revenge from the Most High, from our power. You understand? That's the reparations we should be looking for. Oh yeah, you go ahead, who we at? 41, right? 48.
Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
Okay.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
And what? Go.
And in nakedness.
You understand? Like we won't have anything. We don't have anything without these people. You understand? Like everything that we will be able to get, the Most High is going to make. It's going to have to go to them. You understand? Who is that?
When it says anger and thirst, why are we buying bottled water when the Most High give us water for free?
Right. And that's one of the things we brought out last week. It's pretty much like you would have never thought you'd be buying water right now. You understand? Like you're buying water, bottled water. You understand? Like that should never be.
Right.
You got something?
Yeah, I just like said, like in the beginning, like Baltimore is really surrounded by like, the white man took the springs away and stuff like that because they put concrete under it. And then that's where our water supply come from. Before then, all we had to do was go to a spring. Like they got springs around in Maryland, but you can go and get fresh water, spring water. But what happened was, white man made this into a concrete city, put the springs underneath the city, and that's how you get your water, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people know that.
Nah. Wow. That's it's so because the white man will take all of the beautiful grass, trees, and everything that we got. Because they used to being in caves, dwelling in caves, and living on hard concrete. They make everything that we live on, everything that we got is hard concrete. It just make it look as close to looking like a cave as they can. We got cement all around. You know? Let me get we at 48. Let me see. We can let's jump to 49.
Verse 49.
Okay.
Deuteronomy 28 and 49. And the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar.
You understand? And these people weren't close to us. You understand? Like they came from afar. You understand? Like this isn't a nation that was walking distance from us. You understand? It wasn't a small journey for them to get to us. These people came from afar. You understand? Like they came from afar to make us bond men and bond women. You understand? Go ahead,
From the end of the earth.
Go ahead.
As swift as the eagle flieth.
You understand? This is one of those things that the Most High throws hits at us. You understand? As swift as an eagle flies. You got to think about it. What is pretty much been always been the white man's symbol? You understand? From the Romans. You understand? What is that?
It's the eagle because it's a predator, a predatory bird.
Right, right. And that's been their slogan. They got it on their shields. You understand? Like they stand by the eagle. You understand? And the Most High said he's gonna be as swift as the eagle flies. You understand? Go ahead, sir.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
You understand? And we was a holy people. And we had a holy tongue. We didn't understand what they was talking about. We didn't understand what they were saying. You understand? They came with their tongues that we didn't understand. You understand? And we couldn't. Eventually, we don't understand our own tongue. You understand?
Meaning when this fierce nation talked, we didn't understand what they said because everything had two different meanings.
But they talked with us. Good point. What's that? What is scripture? What is that? That's the
Isaiah 55 and 20. Psalms 55 and 21.
Let's jump to that real fast. That's a very good point. You said Isaiah, right?
It's like Psalms 55 and 21.
No, you can read it,
Psalm 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
This is pretty much, this is how the white man came to the Native Americans. You understand? The words of their mouth was smoother than butter. You understand? But you know what I mean? Like the thing is, they said two different things at one time, and that's how they enslaved us. You understand? One of the saddest quotes that a white man ever documented that one of the Gadak Soda was, what did he say, sir?
White man speak with forked tongue.
Mm-hmm. He speak with a forked tongue. You understand? It's like you know how evil they were. Like and our people were the victim of that. And we still the victim of that. You understand? I think that tongue has been given to Christian churches. You understand? Like like they got it. They tell you know what I mean, they tell us smooth things, smooth words, smooth as butter, make us feel good. The whole time they talking money. That's all they talking about. You understand? We break that. Let's jump back into Deuteronomy. Let me see. Let me stop that. What was it? Done Deuteronomy. What was it?
Deuteronomy 28 and 49. Now we in 50. You want me to read that?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Deuteronomy 28 and 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
They're not going to damn the old, young, pregnant. It don't matter. You understand? Like this is a wicked power. You understand? Like these people don't give a damn about anything. You understand? Like they only like being prosperous financially is the white man's goal. And that's all. Like that's all the kids are. You understand? Just show you how wicked it is. Go ahead, bro.
No, that's a very heavy point because there's a situation where an old lady had a baseball bat, and she's like 7 years old. She was in dementia. Cop blew her away. And then the young was my little man with the toy gun playing at the playground.
Right.
He had the toy gun playing at the playground.
Right. Right.
Police rolled up. Then he would ask questions. Blew the little man away. Forgot his name.
Ah, man. Look at that.
Yeah.
Man, I got a shirt with everybody.
And that was a white kid at
Right.
the playground playing
Right.
with a toy gun. He would have been, he probably would have played with it. Pow, pow.
Mm-hmm.
He rolled up and just blew him away. You know what I'm saying?
I can show you how wicked they are.
Right.
They don't even like. It can't be some like how you don't use a protocol against a child. You understand? You put a child with what they got? They got the not the tasers, but the joints that shoot out just the hard. It's like sand or something.
Oh, same thing.
Oh,
Yeah, sandbags.
rubber
Yeah.
bullets.
Yeah, the rubber bullets. Yeah, they got them too. And it's crazy, like, you know what I mean? But the thing is, like the scriptures, like the scriptures try to put into us all the time. We gotta stop feeling like that that's crazy or that that's something. It's wild because that's just the nature of the white man. And the thing is, once we come back to this power and understand the law, like what we're supposed to do, then we'll get it. You understand? Like that's when we'll understand that everything that's happening, as sad as it is, we gotta acknowledge and be real with ourselves and understand that everything is all our fault. You understand? Like if we went away from our power. Like we gotta come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Like so we won't have to be wondering or feel like, you know what I mean, that what's gonna happen. You understand? Because as long as we're still doing the same thing we're doing, we want to do, as long as we still serving the Lord, as long as we still, you know what I mean, we still dealing with these drugs, you understand? Like as long as we still doing everything that we want to do, you understand? Like that's when, once we get out of that, then we'll acknowledge the fact that the Most High is with us. Like that's when we'll get our power back. You understand? In fact, if we can get, can you get Obadiah 1 and 3 from us, sir? Like we gotta see, like the white man has been the devil, has been evil from the jump. You understand? Like that's what we gotta acknowledge that above all things. Because the white man is the devil. You understand? And the Bible tells us we got proof. We got proof from the scriptures and we got proof from life. You understand? You got that? One and 3.
Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee.
Mm-hmm.
Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high.
You understand? Who dwells in the cliffs of the rocks? You understand?
White people.
Yeah, the white man. Either one.
What they call it, no.
Done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got that power and they got those thoughts in their heads, like, they think that no one can bring them down. You understand? Like, they feel like they can't be brought down. You understand? But they have to understand that when we get on the side of the Most High, that's when that power will be brought down. You understand? Like, until we decide to do that, that's when the white man's gonna have his power. You understand? And we the reason why he has his power. You understand? The Most High gave him that power. The Most High allows him to be our whipping stick. You understand? Like he allows him to be that devil. You understand? Punishing us. You understand? As long as we still doing everything that we want to do, the Most High is going to allow him to be over top of us. Like we get plenty of signs of what when we should stop, but we choose not to stop. You understand? You guys remember?
Like it's a happy point that you bring up, and no other pastor will ever probably open up the book of Obadiah because they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? all these scriptures and only certain passages want to stick to certain books, but the book of Obadiah is clearly telling you who the white man is. You know, the Caucasian man is the man that dwells in the cliffs of the rock.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's something that you bring it up.
Right. Matter of fact, to that point, matter of fact, we can get Zechariah 11 and 5. Go ahead, sir.
It should be, I think Proverbs just said, though they walk hand in hand, thou hast taught thy wicked ones thy ways, which means the so-called white man, our black pastor and preachers are walking hand in hand during these protests, doing these speakers, teaching our people under the guise of the white man. And basically, they teaching us their wicked ways, so then in turn, we teaching our people who we supposed to be uplifting the white man ways.
Right. Right. The thing is, we can see through it, but well, you know what I mean. Like it's easy to see through, but we choose not to because we such a good slave. You understand? We so good at it. You got that from yourself? What I say? Zechariah 11:5.
Zechariah 11 verse 5. Whose oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Now, who do that? Who oppressing the people, slaying those people, and then hold themselves not guilty? Who do that? You understand? What is that?
It's the so-called white man who do that, especially when you go to the court system, because they're policemen, they're judges, they're wicked people. We go up before them, and even though they are tried to be held accountable, they always presume not guilty for murdering us.
Exactly. This is another one that the preacher's gonna get to you. They gonna bring up. You understand? Who possesses, slay them, and hold themselves not guilty? Who is that?
And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
Now their own shepherds pity them not. Come on, man.
Right.
That's the preachers right there.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
They pity us not. You understand? They don't give a damn. Long as the white man is still going on. Long as the white man is still going to support us. You know what I mean? As long as the government still going to give us money that we need. You understand? To keep this church going. Why should we care? You understand?
Once again, a heavy point you brought out, because all these police shootings against unarmed black children, men, and women. There was one unarmed white woman that got shot by police, but the man was a Hamite. You know what I'm saying? But he was the color of us.
Right.
It wasn't even no videotape, and they already convicted him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he already been convicted.
That's what happened.
This happened like last year. A white woman came out running towards him. He just blew her away. And he's a Hamite,
Right.
but the matter is he already been convicted. Yeah.
But they thought it was us.
Right. He thought he was us. Right. He looked like.
Right. Too bad then.
Right.
It says in Isaiah 9:16, for the leaders of this people, talk about our people, cause them to err, which means we fail in the Lord by not keeping his commandments. And it says, and they that are led of them are destroyed. So us being led by these pastors and preachers who have been taught precepts by the so-called white man, we are being destroyed by our own pastors and preachers. So why? They learned the ways of the wicked.
Right. Going up there, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the front man that got, the sexual harassment charge?
That's
Yeah, it's funny how, so they straight put him causing him jail.
right.
You know, they gonna lock him up like all kinds of stuff. Basically, but he gets found guilty, but he gets to pay. Like Bill has money, Bill don't get that out. Bill got to spend a month of his life in jail.
Right.
I get it now, I'm mad, but, you know, just.
That's just another fact. You want, hold up, because I want to, so like I said, hold on. I got right, I just had, we went to that precept. That precept that helped with that. Always, how you do it?
And you know, that brother brought out a good point. Harvey Weinstein, who is a mogul in the entertainment business in Hollywood, famous for his casting couch, quote unquote, has been brought up on numerous extensive charges through the years of being not only a sexual predator but a pedophile, and yet, you know, he can pay his way out. He's not getting any jail time, but look at, like the brother said, look at Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby nearly going blind. He's way past almost his age, and yet he has to stay in jail while Harvey Weinstein still got his hand and web on Hollywood.
Right. That's good. Yeah.
That just comes to show, like the scriptures say, that shepherds pity us not, because only the true shepherds in the Israelite school practice knowledge, because we're the only ones to bring out this stuff.
Right.
Al Sharpton don't bring it out. You know what I mean? Jesse Jackson, TD, nobody will say that. Look, they all scared because they got the white man is paying to not say. That's the thing.
Right. Yeah, right. Good point. Now the fact, if you can, let me get so if you could, let me get Job 36 and 36 and 11. I want go over here for this precept. I'm gonna bring this up just for clarity. You got that? You got that, sir? Job 36 and 11.
Job chapter 36, verse 11. If they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity.
Obey and serve. You understand? Go ahead.
And their years in pleasure.
Go ahead.
But if they obey not, they shall perish by the sword.
Understand?
And they shall die without knowledge.
They shall die without knowledge. You understand? That being dying without knowledge is Bill Cosby doing the same thing that a white man did, a rich white man did. Both of them are rich. Bill Cosby doing what the white man did. You know what I mean? And him getting arrested for it, getting time for it. That's us dying without knowledge. You understand? Like that's that knowledge that we still don't have. You understand? But that we feel like should be different for us. You understand? Like for us to feel like, you know what I mean, be like Weinstein, you know what I mean, that he can do that. He can do everything he did. He can, you know what I mean, touch, put his hands on whoever. You understand? Bill Cosby do it. And now we feel some kind of way. Like we should not feel a kind of way because this black man tried to do the white man did. You understand? Like we should not, that shouldn't be the guidelines that we set ourselves to. Just like R. Kelly. You understand? He touched little girls, he should go to jail. Like you touching a 13-year-old girl, you pissing on a 13-year-old girl, so like, you know what I mean? Like you should be in jail. Like you disgusting. You understand? Just like any white man that do it, it's disgusting. They should be put in jail. Like we should not let that be the precedence that we decide to set on our people. Like that shouldn't be the example that is given to us. That we decide, you know what? Well, if he can do it, then why can't he do it? No, both of them bastards, they should be put in jail. You understand? Anybody that's touching any child, you should be put in jail. Like it's disgusting all the way around. You understand? But that's how it's like.
You know what I'm saying? You're right, sir. You know what I'm saying? Or they should be put to death. You know
there you go, my man. Even better. Even better.
You know
Put
what
them
I'm
to
saying?
death. You
Right.
understand? If I don't even have no, I got nieces though. If a grown man put his hands on any of my nieces, I want them put to death.
Exactly.
You know, I don't want you still living. I don't want you to find Islam or you know what I mean, when you in jail. I don't want you to be a born again Christian.
Right.
You understand, in jail. No, I want you dead.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead, sir.
Exactly, and it's a beautiful point that y'all bringing that out, because Christ said this: "If thou shalt hurt any of my little ones, thou might as well take a millstone and hang around thy neck and cast it into the sea." Now, you know what a millstone is. A millstone is a great big round rock that is used for grinding up corn and grain, and it's so daggone heavy that you have to actually crank it with a crank, and you cannot lift that stone. So to take that and put it around your neck and throw it into the sea is the equivalent of Christ condemning you for hurting someone through pedophilia or through murdering a little child.
Yeah, that's heavy. And the sad thing is that in America, children that have been molested, or you know what I mean, like children that have been any type of sexual assault has been done to a child, that child is to grow up to be an adult.
Right.
And then now another grown adult is gonna have sex with that person. They're gonna call it love.
Yeah.
When that person's been molested or touched as a child, you understand? Like they've been touched as a child, and now they have you know what I mean, a condition. You understand? They don't know what it is. They look at it as love. You've been touched by an adult in the wrong way, and then now you grow up, and your defense is coming on and saying, you know what I mean? Especially if you're a boy, you're like, no, I wasn't raped as a child. I just like I want to be gay. You understand? And you defending it now. So now homosexuality is blowing up everywhere. You understand? And the white man's capitalizing off it. It's like Christmas now.
Yeah.
It's like another holiday. You understand? You can go, you know what I mean? You can go up on what's that President Street, Charles Street, and a whole gay store. What is it called? I forgot what it's called. Something gender, something like that. It was like, you know what I mean? And the sad thing is, I work downtown. I gotta ride past that store every day. I gotta look over there with hate. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this is crazy, man. Like, this is a nice size store. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? That's what the white man got. That's what he got, and that's what he's teaching our children. You understand? Our babies gotta ride past that store and see that. You understand? It's disgusting. I gotta ride past this. But okay. In fact, we can let me hit on that real fast. You got something, sir?
Not only that you should put them to death, I think that the remedy to killing that in the future when Christ comes is when somebody does do that, you kill them, but you have to have the person that person touched watch their death, watch their head get chopped off, so it can kill the spirit in them that they got them saying, I ain't gonna ever do that.
Right.
Chop his head off, watch him roll down the street. You know what I mean? And then that's gonna kill that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And, you know, it's so disgusting, you know what I mean? General Muhammad brought this out that every type of people, no matter who you are, what you are, your one of your goals is to reproduce. You understand? In the way that a pedophile reproduces, touching children and creating more pedophiles to grow up and just do the same thing over, and it's a disgusting, wicked cycle.
Right.
You understand that America lives off of, and that you know what I mean? If you're homosexual, you never going to admit that you was touched. Well, you know what? Matter of fact, there's a study done. It was a new study done where a woman she did a study on like 10,000 black people. 10,000 black people. 90% of those people admitted that they were touched as a child.
Right.
You understand? Like this study, this should be big news. You understand? This shouldn't be new news that I'm bringing up to anybody.
Right.
But of course, you know what I mean. It's gonna be kept under wraps.
Right.
You understand? The alphabetical queer slot on YouTube. They, you know what I mean. They get their love, and that's, you know what I mean. They gonna get it. But with that, the ISUPK 1 West under command of General Yohana. You understand? Bringing the truth out. Officer Fitney. Alizai, we're gonna pass the class over to Officer 1,500. Salami. One, I promise, one class, I'm gonna get somebody right. With that, shalom.
Shalom Israel, we're the ISUPK coming out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from their head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, 8 through 10, which means 10th in Hebrew, and is pronounced Ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest funds, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount would you like to give? Upcoming holy event, we have the Midwest Cookout, July 25th. Is that 2 weeks from now? A week from now? It's a week from now. Check your school for further details in your city. Remind every Akim and Akwazim to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and material. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarves. And with that, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Sorry, me to stand for the brothers. Oh, Amadi, Salam. Many Israel. Amadi Shabbat. Amadi. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatah.
Ayin Matah, face the sisters. Sisters, please stand. Men of Israel, Amadi Shabbat, Amadi, Barak, Yahweh Shema Adon Ba'Shem Yahushua. Repeat after me. Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh Shema Adon Ba'Shem Yahushua. Ayin Matah, class dismissed. Okay.